What's up everybody and welcome back to the Road to Glory episode number 9 where it's been a little while since we last uploaded, and to be honest with you, well, I'm going to catch you up on basically everything that I've done since we last uploaded, but most of it is just playing FIFA, like literally just playing game after game after game after game, div rivals, and mostly, to be honest with you guys, foot champs. However, one very big thing we did is buy an absolutely huge player. You guys were trying to guess who it was in the comment section of the last videos. One of you was very close, got the position right, guessing that the reason I was using Bale instead of Gnabry was because Gnabry was about to come in, but it's not him. I'll show you guys in a sec. We'll just catch you up on what other stuff we've been doing, and we'll do comment of the day, which comes from Blades, who said, the way Andy spends nearly all of his money on 2 players, but is complaining about his attack. Keep up the great work. Well, that is because we are about to spend even more on just one player, but he's going to go up front. He's going to be in the attack. So, just catching you guys up on what we've been doing. Collected a couple of season objectives. Spent about 40,000 coins on Spurs, Liverpool, Inter, Red Bull Salzburg, Lille, and did we get some others? I can't remember. Basically just crap loads of discard value UCL teams players for UCL marquee matchups. Now, that was a really long time ago because that was like the day that I uploaded my last video. Then UCL marquee matchups dropped, and I'll show you what we sold some of the stuff for. Some of it is still just chilling in my club. And then went through and started to sell off some of the players. I sold that Turan because he was still in packs at this point, which is how long ago this was. We sold the Spurs players. 1,500 coins we were selling them for. 1,500 coins we were selling our Inter players for, because they were the ones that went into marquee matchups for UCL last week. And we still kept all of the ones. So basically, like, picking up the rares like Wanyama for like 700, 800, 900 coins at some point, and selling them off like 1,500, and then picking up my Vacinos for like 4, 5, 6. I think maybe that one was 700 coins because they started to already go up in price. And then the Liverpool players and stuff like that in particular, I had like hundreds of Mason Mounts. I got Chelsea players and Adrians and stuff like that for 400 coins. So they're just chilling. They're discard value. They're just in my trade pile. And when they come around in marquee matchups, we'll sell them on hopefully for a fortune. But we also went through and sold loads and loads. Basically my whole club. Basically everything in my club that was of value. And as we always do, did the SBCs they're about. This was Wan-Bissaka's transfer. I got very excited when I seen the Welsh flag, but unfortunately it was Aaron Ramsey, not Gareth Bale. 83 rated and a board, so better than some of the pack luck we've been having recently, which has been, we started off really good. When we did them advanced SBCs, we smashed it. But recently, the ones that the marquee matchups and the I didn't do the UCL marquee matchups because they were so expensive, but like the little one to watch SBCs every now and again and all that sort of stuff, it's not been particularly good for me, to be honest with you. So we got Aaron Ramsey. At least it's a board. That is the classic FIFA YouTuber thing in it. Oh, at least it's a board because you don't even expect to get that half of the time. But unfortunately, it was Aaron Ramsey, who's not really worth too much. We did in the pack get Gabriel Palista, who's worth a few thousand coins, but other than that, a pretty stinky pack. And anyway, this was the last of the cards that we needed to list up, and I'm going to show you guys what we sold them all for in a second. My Inform Malin that I invested in for my team, which I bought for 22k because he's a week 1 Inform, is now worth about 40,000 coins, which is pretty sick. So he was the last one to get listed up. There's, of course, a few of the players that we're actually using. We've got 139,000 coins, but we've still got stuff to sell. One of the things I've just sold, which was, if we flick through, I mean, you can see all the stuff selling and selling as it's going. I've got all this stuff on the transfer market. What was it that just sold then? I think it might have been, no, it wasn't Doherty. Was it Walcott? No. Was it Wagner? No, it was Wanyama. There we go. One last Wanyama that I found in my club for the UCL marquee matchups. Anyway, you can see that we've basically listed absolutely crap loads of stuff. If we jump ahead, you can see once it all sold, I've got 203,000 coins. Malin ended up selling after relisting them for 500 coins cheaper. Fosu, I got like 300 coins above discard, and the same goes for the Exposito guy, where I could have just sold them, but I didn't need the coins desperately, so I thought I'd list them up and try and make a few extra 100 coins. Lucas went for 3.5k, Gray went for 4k nearly. There's that Gabriel Palista going for almost 4k. People paying 5k for Ryan Fraser's mental. He's terrible. And then João Felix, this was a big one. I invested him in for 10,000 coins. I sniped him when his max price was 10k, and we've sold him on for 25,000, which I thought was pretty sick. Ended up being, because he's an 80 rated player, quite a lot of them knocking around, and he didn't go up to like the 30, 40k that I was hoping for. As with people like Lucas Hernandez, went up from like 40k to about 90, which was nuts, but I couldn't unfortunately afford to buy one of him. So one to watch did whack his price up quite a lot, but it was kind of already up there just because that's how much he's worth, and there was a crap load of them on the market. Anyway, this is now the morning of Div Rivals rewards, and I was sniping the living daylights out of Sozas, who was going for about 2.5k, and they just kept coming up on the market, and I didn't even snipe that one. That one been up for almost 5 seconds, and I just bought it for 800 coins, and I was just listing them up and listing them up and listing them up, and eventually we sniped our way all the way up to 216,000 coins, which is actually, to be fair, this is only episode 9. We haven't had a lot of episodes. I've been condensing the stuff down a lot more this year and uploading the episodes a lot less frequently. To be honest, the last few days I haven't grinded FIFA too much aside from playing FUT Champs, but we're doing pretty good. I was getting a little bit disheartened about the Road to Glory, about the fact that I'm not grinding it out every day, but I'm trying not to get burnt out and have the same amount of episodes just across the whole year rather than doing loads of episodes and then just giving up before team of the season. We're trying to keep it going, but we tried to pack them before. We didn't quite. I feel like I've ruined the dramaticness of this because I didn't do all this build up before. And basically, we're buying Gareth Bale, which is absolutely sick. I was so excited. He was something that someone had marked from the start of this FIFA since using him at the capture event. Did a squabble shirt on him the other day on my main channel that I really want to get in my team because he's unreal. And we finally got the coins to be able to go and do it. Never mind playing Bale up front anymore. Gareth Bale is the man who is going into my team. I was checking his price. I was checking for some bids. There's on there 22 minutes still to go for like one that we might have got under the price, but just like, do you know what? Never mind. We're going to go and try and actually pick one up just on buying. Now, it's Div Rivals rewards. Maybe people are packing them. Maybe people are listing them up. So just doing a little bit of basically what this does, if you guys don't know, whenever you do a search, if you do one that's the same as someone else's. So for example, you just search Gareth Bale 200k. Someone else has probably searched that and it's just going to show you their search. What you have to do is put all random numbers for all the random stuff to get a unique search that rechecks the market for your stuff. And then once you've done that, you can press compare price and then back out. Compare price back out, compare price back out. Or you can go to transfer targets, back out, and it just refreshes it each time. That's what I was doing. Comparing his price, backing out, waiting for one to pop up. There we go. Gareth Bale, 195,000 coins is what we picked him up for. So yeah, a very, very big purchase for the Road to Glory to be going up front in our first weekend of FUT Champs. To be honest with you, obviously I've already played this weekend of FUT Champs by the time you guys are seeing this, and I've used this Gareth Bale. And at the time, I was very excited that I knew he was going to be good. I can confirm he's absolutely ridiculous, and he's basically cheating. I mean, his stats are nuts for an 85. He's got 87 shooting and 91 pace to go up front. Ridiculous. He's 85 rated. I can only assume it's because of his passing. But even still, his passing's pretty decent. I don't really know. He got hit with quite a bit. He went -3, didn't he? He went down from 88, which is a pretty hefty downgrade. But he's still absolutely unreal, to be honest with you guys. I really enjoy him. Really would recommend getting him and putting him in your team. The only issue with him is obviously he's a right wing, which then means you need if you want to play a central only formation, you need a left wing who can play in centrally as well. So we're currently going with Asensio and playing with Cam. It's a bit questionable, and I'd quite like to actually get Coutinho, but he was one to watch, and that meant that his normal card is in very short supply, which has meant that I can't actually get one for a decent price. So we haven't got him yet. We're still using Asensio, and he's questionable. He's very questionable. Anyway, another thing that we need to do, and this is the last time that this is going to happen. I appreciate that we haven't actually really done anything live recently on the Road to Glory, and it's because I've kind of just been playing through it and then chopping it up and showing you guys what I've been up to. Normally, and this week coming up, we will do my FUT Champs rewards and my Div Rivals rewards live. I'll try and do some more of the stuff live, but this week I literally just needed the tokens to be able to qualify for FUT Champs. Basically, is what it was. You get 130 FUT Champs tokens, and I just needed them to be able to get into FUT Champs and make sure I could qualify. So I went and just claimed them and recorded it. And it's only Div Rivals rewards. There's no red player picks. There's no actual good packs from FUT Champs. We got ourselves was that a 35k pack and a 25k pack or something like that for being ranked 2 in Division 4, I think. I'm currently Div 4. I can't remember if this week is Div 5 rewards, because obviously it gives you rewards for the division that you start the weekend. I'm pretty sure it's Div 4. I'm almost into Division 3 now, but I've again started this week in Div 4, so I'll be getting Div 4 rewards even if I get promoted. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Division 4. Anyway, let's just crack on and open the packs, and I'll show you guys what you're going. Like I said, nothing ridiculous. Maybe we should, in fact, before we do that, I'm actually going to finish off my team, and I'll just show you guys what we bought. Needed a strong link to Gareth Bale. I had the option of Carvajal. You can see that I've got 23,000 coins. I probably could have just about afforded them, I think, but I just decided to go to Odriozola just because he's got more pace, to be honest with you. And that's FIFA 28. So there we go. That is how my team gets full chemistry. And then obviously we use custom tactics once we get into the game. Been playing 4-1-2-1-2, the second variation, with Pukki and Bale up front, Asensio cam, Sissoko CDM, and the other two centre mids as the wide centre mids. Anyway, that is a 35k pack, so let's crack this bad boy open and I'll show you guys what we got in this from my Div Rivals rewards. Like I said, this week's will be live because we'll be doing FUT Champs rewards at the same time. And hopefully, this week's will be considerably better because in the first 35k pack, we now got ourselves Quartes, which is tragic, to be honest with you. So that's not good. Grinding our way up to rank 2. I made sure I stayed in rank 2 as well. Like, I actually played a fair whack of Div Rivals on the Wednesday night to make sure that I was in rank 2. Because people were playing the ever-loving crap out of it on PS4, and you actually needed loads and loads of points. I couldn't be bothered to try and get my way up to rank 1 because it was so far ahead because I hadn't been grinding it every single day. And then we did actually go and hit ourselves a board in our next pack, which is pretty decent. And we go and got ourselves a Portuguese centre attacking mid, again from the same team, from Sporting, but it's 85 rated Bruno Fernandes, who is actually quite good, to be fair. I've been throwing him on as a super sub, and he's actually alright. He's not worth any coins, to be honest with you, because he's in the Portuguese league, but as players on FIFA go, he's alright. He could be worse. We also got Malco, who sells for a couple of thousand coins. Then we got bloody Quartes again. That was a 50k pack, actually, not a 25k pack. Pretty terrible. Well, we got a board. Some people get like 82s only in the 50k pack, so I can't complain too much, but not the greatest of 50k packs, that one, unfortunately, from our Div Rivals reward. Like I said, FUT Champs rewards incoming as well in this week's ones. However, I went and jumped straight into a game and just wanted to test Gareth Bale out. I needed one game more of Div Rivals points or tokens to get into FUT Champs. And before I did that, I decided the best chemistry style for Gareth Bale was an engine. So let me know what you guys think of this down in the comment section. Am I a bit nuts? My logic with it was that it gives him more pace, which is FIFA, so that's good. It gives him, most importantly, balance and agility, and most importantly, the balance, plus 10 balance on his yellow stat there, taking it up to 75. And then he gets a bit extra passing, which he's kind of lacking on a little bit. It's one of his worst stats for going forward. The only thing it doesn't do is boost his shooting up. His finishing's 84, which is really good, but it could be better. The reason I didn't go for one that gives him more finishing, such as a Deadeye or a Sniper or a Marksman or something like that, is because they don't give a boost to pace, to be perfectly honest with you. And the ones that do give a boost to pace, Hawk and Hunter, only give +5 finishing. So I thought like 10 balance, and it's just more important than getting 5 finishing. His shot power and his long shots and his other sort of stuff like that is pretty fine anyway, and really good. So for the sake of 5 finishing, I decided to get better passing, better agility, better balance, and all that sort of stuff instead. So let me know what you guys think of that. Would you have put a Hunter on him and maxed out his pace? Would you put a Hawk on him for a little bit of a boost in shooting? Or would you have just gone with engine, get the agility, get the passing, and he doesn't really need the shooting boost? That isn't really a very big boost anyway, to be honest with you. So we cracked on with our first game with Gareth Bale and made it 1-0 pretty easily. 2-0 came a little bit luckily. This guy tried to clear the ball away, wasn't very quick to react. We dropped her into Asensio, round the corner to Pukki, round the corner to Bale, turns onto his left foot and finishes it beautifully in the bottom corner in the 53rd minute, which made the guy I was playing with rage quit. You got a very quick glimpse of the team that I was using, which is there. I've just told you guys what it is, to be honest with you. It's not super complicated. Just chucking Pukki and Bale up front with Asensio, Cam, and the rest of the boys filling the midfield. And you're playing pretty good. I'm feeling like, Joe, this Gareth Bale guy, he's not too bad, you know. And what that actually gave us after claiming our Div Rivals tokens is enough tokens to qualify for our first FUT Champs of the year. Probably the hardest FUT Champs of the year as well, to be honest with you. And crawling our way towards Div 3 as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, Week 1 FUT Champs is always very difficult. A, because it takes a stupid amount of games to qualify for it. And B, it takes a stupid amount of games in the high divisions to qualify. Like people in Div 7, there's no way you can play enough games of FIFA to get yourself into FUT Champs in 1 week. It's just not possible. You get about 20 tokens per game. You need to win like 100 games in order to get into FUT Champs. So it's only people in the higher divisions who played a stupid amount and had it from early access that are in FUT Champs really this weekend. So they're usually quite good. And passing the ball and giving the ball away like that with Sissoko is definitely not the thing to be doing in the first 4 minutes of your first FUT Champs game of FIFA 20. Luckily for me, we managed to claw it back and we managed to actually do quite well. We knock it round the corner to Asensio. He cuts it across and we actually scored a header on FIFA 20, which is pretty mental. Pukki scored a header in the 7th minute, basically pulls it back straight away. 19th minute, Indomile makes a bit of space, plays it into Gareth Bale, and he smashes it in the bottom corner because it's Gareth Bale and he's absolutely ridiculous on this game and makes it 2-1 to us. Not 8 minutes later, we've picked the ball back up again. Ndombele waits for the Gareth Bale run, knocks it through to him. We get a bit lucky. He outstrengths him. He smashes it past the goalkeeper. It's basically cheating because it's Gareth Bale. He's ridiculous. He's so good. Again, Asensio through balls it to Gareth Bale. He's one-on-one with the defender, cuts it across to Pookie, cuts it back across to Bale. Open goal, thank you very much. There's 4-1 in the 45th minute, and our boy Geordie is getting BM'd a little bit with the Umtiti walk before we let him rage quit and take our first win of FUT Champs with a hat-trick for my boy Gareth Bale, which is very, very nice. He's really good. There's my team, as you can see. Chill on the left-hand side. Rabiot's on the right because he's left-footed. Ndombele is on the left because he's right-footed, so they can both cut inside and shoot, which is actually pretty effective. As did I just show you that was a different game where Rabiot scores a screamer? I can't remember. I was editing some footage before. Rabiot's pretty decent at shooting on his left foot, to be honest with you. I've actually quite enjoyed using them. He doesn't look like the most god-tier meta player for FIFA, but he's actually quite good, and I'd recommend picking him up. He's in like 4 or 5k. Anyway, next game we play against the guy with a much more budget team for the start of this FIFA. In fact, playing against teams like this makes me feel like, do you know what? I'm actually playing against the first guy's team. I'm like, Christ, is he really good at Road to Glory? Is I really bad at Road to Glories, or has he just spent loads on FIFA points? But then, when I play against ones like this, I'm like, do you know what? These are like the hardcore FIFA players playing FUT Champs this week, and my team's actually pretty good compared to this guy, so fair play, Andy. Well done. You're doing all right. Anyway, we got ourselves a penalty in the 18th minute. We tucked it away with Gareth Bale to make it 1-0. Goals, goals, goals. That's what this guy is about. But unfortunately for me, as you can tell by the fact that this clip is carrying on beyond my goal celebration, this guy went and scored basically straight away. Basically a kickoff goal. So, yeah. I've spoke about this in the past, actually, and someone commented something quite funny where I was saying that I don't believe in kickoff goals, and then also like 5 minutes later was like, luckily for me, I scored a kickoff goal. And obviously this is a kickoff goal in the sense that he scored from kickoff. Like, that's what a kickoff goal is, I suppose. But it's not like a kickoff goal what I don't believe in kickoff goals is that the game is like, wow, you've just scored. Let's make all your defenders absolutely terrible. So this guy scores it, gets a goal back. I don't really think that's a thing. I think maybe you are more likely to score from kickoff because the formation set up different. The defenders react differently to the positioning because everyone starts in their own half and the runners start from my half and make weird runs that they don't usually do and the AI isn't used to it. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe people just flapper it and it's a psychological thing. And yeah, you are probably more likely to score a goal from kickoff than you are from open play. But it's not necessarily because the game makes you score, if that makes sense. There's not like some mad shooting booster. Oh my god, you've just kicked off. Let's give everyone 150. That's not really a thing. As Gareth Bale FC scores another goal, courtesy of Gareth Bale, skinning everyone and then cutting across to Pookie, who taps it in and hits this guy back with a little bit of the Umtiti BM, which is very nice. He paused it, and I thought we were actually going to get a rage quit, but unfortunately he carries on playing. But yeah, that's what I meant by I don't believe in kickoff goals. I believe that you are more likely to score from them, but it's not like an inherent evil thing that EA have put into the game. It's just that the game's slightly different. Does that kind of make sense? It's like saying, it's like counter-attacks from corners. It's like saying, oh, counter-attack corner goals are a thing. Well, yeah, they are, because you do concede and you get counter-attack from a corner. Is it really annoying? Yes. Is it EA have deliberately set the game up to make you concede from corners? No, obviously not. It's just all your players are in the other person's box, and if they've got a really fast player, they just sprint down the pitch. Should they fix the game so that maybe the players that you have got back cover the space better? Yeah, probably. Should they fix kickoff so that the defenders react better? Yeah, probably. But it's not like an evil... Do you get around? Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Kickoff goals are... You can score goals from kickoff. It is probably easy to add, but it's not like an evil coded into the game. Oh, we're going to make them concede. It's like 45th minute goals. That isn't a thing. It was a thing because the 45th minute lasted for like 10 minutes with extra... We're not going to go into it. This is my Gareth Bale after 3 games of FUT Champs. 2 games of FUT Champs and 1 game of Div Rivals. 3 goals, 7... No, Jesus, I've lost the plot. I'm going off on a massive tangent about kickoff goals and stuff like that. That doesn't even matter. Anyway, back to Gareth Bale in our usual schedule. This is what we've got. We've got Gareth. We are Gareth FC. He's very, very good. We've spent basically all of our coins. We haven't spent basically all of our coins on him, actually. Because as Blade said at the start, we spent basically all our coins on Manolas and Koulibaly. Now, we've spent basically all our coins again on Gareth Bale. So we're building ourselves a very, very good team. 3 games he's played for us. 2 in FUT Champs, 1 in Div Rivals, 7 goals and 1 assist. The man is a god. 100% would recommend him to everyone. He's probably the most expensive 85 rated card in FIFA history, but he's probably the best 85 rated card in FIFA history. The man is a god. Let me know what you guys think of the team, how it's going, what you think of my signing of Gareth Bale. Should I have done it? Should I have spent the coins on someone different? Should I be playing a different formation? Should I do the Theo Walcott SBC instead with all of these coins? Let me know down in the comment section. Anyway, I'm going to leave that video there. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you're all caught up nicely on the road to glory now. and I'll crack back on. Probably have another Road to Glory video tomorrow for you guys, actually, because we've been testing out some new formations and stuff. And then the day after will obviously be FUT Champs and Div Rivals rewards. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Subscribe if you're new, drop a like and all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.